right, so write this down. First of all, write down slope. Slope equals. Stop talking. Slope is m, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And you also need equation of a line. Write this down, and that is our y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We need those two formulas to do this chapter, okay? We've done this before, so that's the good part, is we know how to use these formulas. All right, so example 1, find the equation of a line through 3, 6, and 5, 2. So I've got an x1, y1, x2, y2, right? It's a y2. It's a point, but it's a point in function form. Plug in 3, you get 6. You plug in 5, you get 2. Okay, am I going too fast? Are you guys still writing this down?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait for you, okay? Okay, give me thumbs up when you get it, okay? And if you remind me on Wednesday, I'll put all the formulas you need on the board before you start the test, okay? So in number 1, our goal is really to use this formula. We want an equation. It says equation of a line, right? That's what we want. So we want to use this formula, but the problem is we don't know the slope yet. So we've got to find the slope first. So I'm going to find the slope by m is equal to, well, it'd be a 2 subtract 6 over a 5 subtract 3, okay? And I'm going to simplify that in a second. So I'm just using the slope formula. You can also get this by graphing the points. It's another way to do it. I'm just going to use the formulas because they always work. Negative 4 over 2. So my slope is negative 2. But my goal is to find the equation. That's what I want, is the equation of a line. So now I need to use my equation of a line formula. So I'm going to use y minus y1, which is 6, equals m, which is the slope, which is negative 2, times x minus x1, which is 3. Okay, and I'm just going to simplify it. If you left it like that, I would take it on a test. I would take that. But it's better to simplify it. I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to distribute y minus 6 equals a negative 2x plus 6. Negative times a negative. And then I'm going to go plus 6 plus 6. And I'll have an answer of y equals a negative 2x plus 12. Okay? That is the equation of the line that passes through those 2 points. How am I doing? Okay, let me see thumbs up. I see a couple thumbs up more. Okay. Please, if I get going too fast, tell me to slow down, okay? Now, how do I know if lines are parallel or perpendicular? I need their slope. So I absolutely need to know slopes. So what I need to do on both these is solve for y. So I'm going to solve for y on both of these. I'm going to put a little, okay. So if I solve for y here, I'm going to go minus 2x, 5y equals a negative 2x plus 10. I'll divide by 5, and I'll have y equals a negative 2/5 x plus 2, okay? Okay, on this one, let's make this easy. Scribble out the 3. Let's just make it easy, okay? Let's make it easy, okay? So, what does A have to be parallel? What does the value of A have to be parallel?
Negative 2/5.
Yeah, it's got to be the same slope, right? So A's got to equal negative 2/5. What does A have to be perpendicular?
5 over 2.
Yeah, it's just going to be 5 over 2. Perfect. Okay. Does that make sense, everybody? Same slope, negative reciprocal slope, okay? Okay, example 3. So if I want an equation, I need y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, that's my formula, right? That's my little formula. One equation, I'm going to use that formula. I've got a slope, which is my negative 2/3. Put that there. And I've got a point x1, y1, right? Hey, almost looks like one we did in our warm-up. So we'll rewrite this as y minus a negative 12. I get a double negative, right? Equals my slope, which is negative 2/3 times x subtract 6, okay? Now I would actually take that. I don't like that answer. It's annoying. I'm going to simplify it. Double negative, right? And I'll distribute. So I'll have a y plus 12 equals a negative 2/3 x plus, negative times negative, plus 3 goes into 6, 2 times 2 is 4. Negative times negative, okay? And then I'm finally going to go minus 12, and I'll have an answer of y equals negative 2/3 x minus 8, okay? So this line will go through that point with a slope of negative 2/3. Okay, example 4 has 2 questions, parallel and perpendicular. So I got 2 questions. So let's first do the parallel part. So and I'll do the perpendicular over here. So to do parallel, what I need is the slope. So first of all, I need the slope. I've got to find the slope. So I'm going to solve for this. I'll go minus 2x, and I'll go y equals a negative 2x plus 4. And I'll step back and let you see what I've done. I need the slope, right? I need the slope. I've got the slope. I solve for y minus 2x, right? I got the slope. So let's do the parallel part, okay? So we need an equation of a line, right? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, okay? I need the equation, so I'm going to use our little formula. I've got my x1, y1, and I have my slope. My slope is negative 2. So I'll put that into my formula. There's my negative 2. There's my point. I'm going to go y minus 6 equals my slope, which is negative 2, times x minus a minus 8. Okay, well, I would take that on a test, but I don't really like that answer. I want to tidy it up because it looks pretty bad. So, plus plus, right? And I'll distribute. I'll have a y minus 6 equals a negative 2x minus 16, right? Plus 6, y equals a negative 2x minus 10, okay? So this line is parallel. It is parallel, and it goes through that point. So this question really is 2 questions. This really is 2 questions, but it's not that hard. We could do it. So if I want to do the other part, which is perpendicular, I'm going to use this slope. So I'm going to use a positive 1/2 slope, right? Opposite slope, negative reciprocal. I'm going to use my formula to find a line. Again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, right? And I know m is 1/2, and I've got my point. So I'll go y minus 6 equals my perpendicular slope, which is 1/2, times x minus my minus 8, okay? So we'll get a different answer. We will. We're going to get a different answer. Double negative, plus plus. I'm going to distribute. That times that, that times that. I'll have a y minus 6 equals a 1/2 x. Half of 8 is 4. Half of 8 is 4. And almost done. Plus 6. I'll have a y equals a 1/2 x plus 10. Okay, so I got a perpendicular line and a parallel line. And I'll let you catch up, okay? How am I doing, okay? Remember, is this coming back to you? You guys remember doing this a long time ago? Okay, good. You're going to need to know this for geometry. But of course, you already know it, don't you? Okay, turn the page. All right, so we briefly talked about this in our warm-up. So if it's a sequence, if it's an arithmetic sequence, we want this formula, a of n, a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Write that down. Now, you guys are going to be able to use your notes on the final, right? So you're going to want to have these notes, correct? So when you pull out, you go, oh gosh, what is it? You've got this in your notes. You have the formula. It's going to be great. So a1 is the first term. That's your 6. Your n, we're going to keep as a variable. N is going to be our variable for a formula. And d is the difference. So d is going to be, let's see, d is up 3. So d is 3, positive 3. Okay, so let's put it into this formula, okay? So if I want a formula to go a of n equals a1, which is 6, plus n minus 1 times 3. Now, I'll take that answer, but I like it simplified. I'm okay if you leave it like this. Me, I'm a math guy, so I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to make it look a little bit better, right? So I'm going to have an equals 6 plus a 3n minus 3, right? Just distributed. That's all I did. And then finally, a better version is 3n plus 3. Okay, I just simplified. Okay, there's a better version for my formula. It's nicer. Yes, I would take this, but this is better. So we make a formula to help us. Now the 30th term, my goodness, we could keep making this and making this and making this and making this until we get the 30 terms. That'd be a pain. But we have a formula. Makes it easy. So we're just going to take 30 and we'll plug it in for n. So I'm looking for a of 30. That's the 30th term. Will be 3 times 30 plus 3, which is 93, I think, right? 93. So the 30th term would be 93. Yeah, formula definitely, okay? All right. So, parallel or perpendicular? Well, what I want to do is find the slopes. I got to find the slopes. So I'm just going to write them side by side. I need a little room to work. I'm going to write them side by side because I need a little room to work. Right? So I want to solve for y. Alright, so I'm just going to divide by 3. I'll have 2/3 minus, I'm going to put a 1. I'm going to put a 1 there. 1/3 x equals y. So I know the slope. I'm going to circle it. Okay, there's my slope. My slope is -1/3. Okay, there's my slope. That's important, okay? Second equation, minus 10 minus 10. I'll have a 2y equals a 6x minus 10, right? Divide by 2, divide by 2. Y equals a 3x minus 5. Okay, so what do you know? Parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Which one is it? Everybody agree? Perpendicular, because the slopes are negative reciprocals. So it is perpendicular. Good job. Okay, translate this line 3 units to the left, 2 units down. So I think the easiest way to do this is just graphing. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of graph paper here. I'm going to graph it. Okay. I think the easiest way of all is just to graph it. Just use what knowledge we have. So I'm just going to graph this line. And I'm going to start at 2. We'll go down 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I draw my line, okay? So there's my first line. That's y equals. That's my first line, okay? Now, I want to take this line and move it 3 units to the left and 2 units down, okay? So I'm just going to take a point because I'm moving the whole thing, but I'm going to take a point. So how about if I just take this point here. I'm taking the whole thing, and I'm moving the whole thing all over. So 3 inches to the left, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 2 down. 1, 2. So I know it's the exact same line, just moved, so it's still going to be a down 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 3 over 4. Draw it in. I would say the new equation is going to be y equals a down 3 over 4x minus 2. How's that? Oops, you can't see it. There you go. Easy. Just move it. Come up with the new equation, okay? 8 scatter plot. I did not put this on there, so we don't need to worry about 8. It's not on your farm, okay? All right, so that's all I have. What do you think? And I have a worksheet for you for homework. Sorry, I really do. I really do. Stop. Stop recording. Stop. Stop. Stop recording.